get it. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've wasted 7 minutes because I'm not inspired. I don't know why am I so tired? Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is probably my first official video. It is my first official video in my new place in Melbourne. If you're not following me on my other social media sort of platforms, then you might not know that I moved to Melbourne. I moved out of home. I don't really have a filming space in my new place just yet because I only kind of just finished organizing my room a little bit. I've still got makeup packed away that I haven't even looked at yet. So it might be a little while before I get a new filming space in my room, but for now I'm just gonna chill on the floor of the lounge room. It's my day off. I kind of want to film a video since I haven't done one in a while anyway, and I'm just not feeling very inspired at all. So I'm kind of like, do I even film this? I kind of went online to like look for inspiration pics of like other vloggers and just on Pinterest where I normally go just to look for makeup inspiration, but I'm really just uninspired by absolutely everything. So I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do, but hopefully it turns out okay and different to what I've done before because yeah. Please enjoy, and hopefully I can make this more frequent again. Figure it out. I'm gonna do a copper ass smoky eye. So I'm gonna start off with my Kat Von D Locket Tattoo eyeshadow primer. This stuff is amazing, but it sets really quickly, so I do recommend doing like one eye at a time. So as you can see, I'm taking it from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone, and then I'm going to blend it in with my finger and set with a light colored powder. And then going into my crease, I'm taking, I forget like all the colors that I used in this, so sorry guys. I'm taking like a orangey shade. Actually, I took a yellow eyeshadow from Sephora collection, just a single shadow. And then I went into my Cocoa Blend palette and took the lighter brown shade. And then I took a pencil brush and then the darker brown shade next to it, just to sort of start to create a nice sort of cut crease look. I was still trying to figure out what I was doing when I was doing all of this, so that's why it's still a little bit wishy-washy. And then I'm taking my blending brush and going over everything just to make sure it's all really seamless and working together. Then taking the Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in Raw Power, which is like a nice coppery red color. I've taken that on the inner and outer corner because I decided I wanted to do a halo eye. And then for the center of the lid right now, I'm using the BECCA Blushed Copper Blush, which is like a shimmery blush. And I'm just taking that in the center of the lid. So it's more of an orangey copper in the center and more of the red on the outside. And then taking that terracotta red color and a bit of the brown from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, I'm taking that on a sort of precise brush and I'm going to focus that on the inner and outer corner of the eye so that I can start to build up that halo look. So I can kind of create a bit of depth in the inner and outer socket. I'm not taking any extra product on my brush when I'm going in the inner part of my eye. I'm just using whatever's left over because I don't want it to be too dark in there. And then just going back in and blending and making sure everything looks nice and seamless. Then I'm taking my COVERFX oil infusion drops, and this is the Radiance one, and I'm just pressing that into my skin just so I can kind of use it as a primer and just prep the skin so it doesn't feel too dry. Then I'm going in with this SPORTSGIRL, this is so old, the SPORTSGIRL Skin Illuminating Bronzer for the face. just to give me a bit more of a bronzy base as well. And then I'm taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and this is in the color 123. I found some in my kit that I didn't know I had left. Wasn't much left in there though. Don't have anything left. I'm just buffing that in using my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Foundation Duo Ended brush. And then I'm going to go under the eyes with my Garnier Rollerball concealer. And this contains caffeine in it, so it kind of helps wake up the eye as well. And then I'm just going to dab that away with my beauty blender, with my damp beauty blender. And then to highlight, I'm taking my MAC Pro Longwear concealer, which I haven't used in yonks. And I'm going to take that, obviously, in the places where everyone highlights. So underneath the eyes in a triangle shape, down the nose, middle of the forehead, Cupid's bow, and on the chin. And I'm going to dab that away with my beauty blender as well. And then just for a little bit of extra highlight, I wanted it to be a little bit more glowy. I'm taking my Estee Lauder Glow on the Go highlighting stick, and this is in the shade 2W. It's not that bright though, because it does slightly oxidize with the skin, so it just gives you a bit more of like a luminous, kind of light reflecting kind of look. And then to contour, I'm taking my most favorite cream contour product in the world. This is the Sephora double-ended contour highlight stick. I don't use the highlight side because it's just too dark for me no matter what color I use. And I'm just going to map all that out and then blend around my lips with my beauty blender, but then take my Real Techniques buffing brush just to buff the rest of it in, because I like the way that this tool works with this product. It's amazing. And for my brows, I'm using the new Benefit Brow Pencil, the Goof Proof Pencil, and this is in the number 3, and I'm just using that to sort of outline and define my brow, and then I'll be going in just through the tail end of my brow with the Benefit KaBrow Brow Gel, and that's just going to create a little extra definition, build up the volume on the back end of my brow as well, and I wanted it to be a little bit more precise. And I never really highlight my brow bone, but I decided to do it this time. So I'm taking the 2 lightest colors from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, and I'm just taking that right underneath my brow bone. I wanted to keep it matte because the eyes are quite shimmery. And then under the eye, I'm taking a little bit of Raw Power mixed with the BECCA Blushed Copper, and I'm just taking that back and forth on a really precise pencil brush just to sort of smoke that out. And then I'm taking a slightly darker color here. I forget which one this is, but I'm taking that just on the outer edge of the eye, just so I can create a little bit of that depth there again. And then I'm taking the new Sephora Contour Eye Gel Pencil, and this is in the color, I think, Burnt Copper, in my waterline, just to create a little bit more of that smoky effect. And then for the inner corner, I've taken it Kitten by STILA, just as a really nice shimmery highlight. And this is my new favorite mascara at the moment. It's the Studio 10 6-in-1 mascara. It's a double-ended mascara wand, so you use 2 sides. This side has a hard tooth comb, so that kind of combs through your lashes and applies the product really nicely. And then I go in with the other side, which has got sort of like a flat style brush, and it creates volume. And I've just gone and put some Lady Boss lashes on. I think these ones are the Date Night. They're gorgeous and they're wispy as hell. And then for my bronzer, I'm using the LAURAMERCIER Ritual Bronzer. And for my highlight, of course, the BECCA Champagne Pop. And then I go over the top of that a little bit with the STILA Kitten again, just with a slightly more precise brush. So I'm just using a Sigma highlighter brush for that one. And look at that, my highlight's fucking popping. And for the lips, I decided to use the Kat Von D Vampira liquid lipstick, Everlasting liquid lipstick, because I forgot I owned it. I found it, decided that it was my life, and we went along with it, and I freaking love this look. Bye!
So this is the end of my tutorial. I finally figured out what I wanted to do. I wanted to go for like a blown out copper smoky eye. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry it wasn't a talk through. I might do a talk through next time. I don't want to say soon because probably won't be. I want to do a talk through next time I film so that I can kind of chat with you guys as well. Do a bit of a life update plus tutorial combo. A list of all the products used will be in the description bar below. Today's date is the 11th of the 8th, 2016. Let's see when I can get this video up by. If it can be before Christmas, that would be great. If you're not following me on all my social media pages, they are also linked down below. I don't know what to call it. Oh, even my nails go with the theme. I'm just gonna film myself posing heaps just so I can put that in the beginning credits. Bye.